The point of this is to illustrate the fact that the gap of time between the original Halloween and H2O is the same gap of time between Halloween H2O and now. I remember seeing Halloween H2O in theaters. The time passage in my parents' minds between the original Halloween and H2O when it came out is the same as Halloween H2O and mine now. I'm not even high right now. I'm just saying time's a crazy thing. I feel old as fuck. Hug me? Halloween! That's all it's called. It's not 2 or anything. So this Halloween is the official and only sequel to the John Carpenter Halloween that came out 40 years ago. Laurie Strode's had a bumpy road since the Michael Myers murders of 40 years ago. Michael Myers hasn't spoken a word because he never does. Then he gets out, and this is the night he came home. Again. And I really dug this movie. This was a celebration of what made the original Halloween great. First of all, they treat Michael Myers as Michael Myers was originally treated, which is a serial killer who escaped and now he's killing people. In fact, the first half of this movie is a complete ode to the original Halloween. To the original Halloween, like, is it really a slasher movie? The original Halloween is preying on that concept, that phobia, that thought we've all had. If we're walking down a dark road, we look into the woods and you feel like someone's watching you, but you don't know if it's true or not. In fact, it probably isn't. Halloween showed us, yeah, it's true. Michael Myers is looking at you. That was the creepy part of the original Halloween, and that's where this movie really shines. It's the staring at a distance. It's the prowling. It's that creepy breathing he does under his mask. I love those shots where it's an outside shot looking into a house and you just hear the breathing. You don't see Michael Myers, you just hear it. That's what made Halloween Halloween, and that's what a lot of those Halloween sequels were missing. The kills aren't that elaborate either. People die in this movie, sure, but for a long while, it's just like thud, knock him over the head, stab him. It's not torture porn, it's not a gorno. I mean, gore comes in the second half of the movie, for sure, I'm not gonna deny it. But because it hadn't happened until the second half of the movie, when it does happen, it's really shocking. It's not like, I've seen it, but whatever, it's old. It just feels more gratifying that way. For a lot of kills, you don't even see the kill happen. You just see the aftermath of the kill. Because if the main fear in entertainment is watching the kill happen, well, that's just shock. The main thing is, holy fuck, he was in this house and someone's now dead. It's the fear of not knowing. I love the fact that this movie did that. Also, I really liked Laurie Strode. And Hollywood, here's how you make a strong female character. In fact, here's how you make a strong character in general. Laurie Strode is not completely perfect at everything. She's not fearless in the sense of absence of fear. She's not strong in the sense of absence of weakness. She's fearless because she's scared to death to go up against Michael Myers, but she does. She's strong because she is choosing to go up against this boogeyman who in her mind's eye is the boogeyman. This guy messed her up. She's not flawless. She has a lot of flaws. She's agoraphobic. But through that fear, which she still feels, she's channeled that to become some warrior who's like, all right, when he comes back, I'm going to go after him. I love the fact that Laurie Strode in this movie is flawed, very human, very traumatized, yet very strong. It shows us the psychological aftermath of a serial killer killing your friends and coming after you. The movie isn't without its flaws or horror movie cliches. People are still morons in this movie. I mean, there's some idiots. Like, hey, there's a serial killer on the loose. We all know who he is and what he's capable of, but that cop car that just drove up here is not answering the radio. Maybe I should go up to it and investigate. And there's this doctor in here, like not Dr. Loomis, that might as well be his name. They even say in here, Jamie Lee Curtis is like, you're the next Loomis, which is pretty much how you feel he is. He's in here because they need a doctor in here because there was a doctor in the last one. And there's this weird little side arc that I feel was supposed to ask questions about insanity. And in the end, I'm like, I just don't care. This is not your movie, man. I don't care the questions you have about Michael Myers. I don't care that you're really fascinated with him. Get back to Laurie. This is like her movie and her family's movie. The movie actually had some humor in it too. I enjoyed the humor. For the most part, the humor didn't compromise the movie. One little kid in particular was hysterical. He just made me laugh. But at one point, I was like, you probably should be more scared out of your mind right now rather than cracking a joke. So I felt like that was a little out of place since he's a little kid and this is a knife-wielding psychopath who looks pretty scary. But for the most part, it didn't compromise the movie as a whole. Guys, in the end, I really dug this Halloween movie. If you don't like the original Halloween, you probably won't like this movie. It's like this movie was made for fans of the original Halloween. It's the legit sequel to the original Halloween that makes an effort to show the audience it knows and respects where it comes from. And I will say Halloween's worth watching and worth buying on Blu-ray. I'll buy it. I'll have Halloween and its sequel, Halloween. Funny, the original Michael Myers mask was actually a William Shatner mask that they painted white. You learn that tidbit, you're like, is that true? Holy shit, it totally is. So I guess 40 years later, the mask should probably look something like this. Gotta tell you, it's not far off. All right, so Halloween, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.